It was a sanctuary of calm, or so it seemed, as the Galactic Council assembled beneath the enormous chamber's somber, imposing lights. Representatives from the most powerful civilizations in the galaxy had occupied the space for 3 millennia. Elders of the Zix, with their whip-like tails and spiny limbs, elders of the Zarto, with their crystalline eyes, and others whose features disappeared into the shadows, concealed by the years they had lived. They had kept the peace, upheld an agreement of mutual respect and restraint. Until now, the Zeral elders' eyes blazed. Reports confirming humanity spread beyond. Established boundaries shattered the calm like a blade of ice. They have entered our most restricted Class A territory, she said, her icy voice reverberating through the chamber. Designated zones, protected sectors, silence fell. Her words cut deep, spreading tension. Their technology is evolving too quickly. They grow stronger by the day. The room was still. The Zix representative leaned forward. They're reckless, unpredictable. We've all seen it. On smaller worlds, they bend everything to their will. They adapt. They thrive. If they reach our key territories, whispered Rose, they'll unravel everything. Memories of past encounters with humanity's surface desperation turned into innovation. Barren worlds turned to thriving outposts. Their ingenuity was dangerous, a Ruto representative spoke. Next, massive, strong, and silent until now. They may be soft, but don't underestimate their will. He paused, recalling how humans, when threatened, didn't retreat. They evolved, they retaliated. The Marath cost us dearly, he said. And they only had stones and teeth. Humans have more. Fear simmered beneath the surface. The Council had crushed entire civilizations. But this was different. The Zeral elder lifted a crystalline hand, catching the chamber's dim light. That's exactly why they must be stopped, she said coldly. We cannot afford surprise. She continued, we've brought harmony to the stars, but humanity threatens to undo it. Heads nodded. Resolve hardened. A preemptive strike is the only choice, she said. If we wait, they'll find our weaknesses, fortify, strike harder than we can defend. The Zix representative twitched his tail. We've studied them. They rally behind ideals. Even defeat fuels their unity. If we hesitate, they will exploit it. A murmur of agreement rose. They tried to convince themselves that humanity would break like others had, but they weren't so sure. The Rutil rep leaned closer. This isn't like the Marath or the Vorn. They won't go quietly. The elder raised her hand again, and a spinning hologram of Earth appeared in the center of the chamber. Tonight, we vote, she said, to protect what we've built. If humanity wants to rise, it won't be at our expense. The Council voted, one by one, and in silence the verdict descended. By unanimous decision, an emotionless voice declared, the peace is over. At that instant, on the outskirts of Earth's domain, hidden sensors detected movement. The Council's cloaked vanguard. Fleet was approaching, but Earth was not sleeping. Red lights blinked to life across the defense grid. Orbital systems activated. Humanity's leaders moved not with fear but with precision. They had been preparing on the far side of the moon. Inside a dormant mining colony, Earth's hidden command center awoke. Vital systems pulsed. Cloaked stations activated. A tactical map appeared. 100 ships. Council class, powerful, deadly. General Imani stood at the center of it all, calm, focused. They think we're still crawling, she said softly. Let's show them we've been learning. Encrypted orders flashed. Stealth fighters launched. Railguns spun silently in the dark. Drones drifted toward interception points. Humanity had studied every Council tactic, learned from every past war, adapted, planned. And now they would strike. On Neptune Station, cloaked ships assembled. A net waiting in silence. Then, without warning, Earth fired first. Council ships staggered. Communication lines severed. Formations collapsed. The Council Admiral shouted commands, but static answered her. Her fleet, once invincible, was unraveling. Earth's forces moved like a whisper, silent, deadly, every shot placed with surgical precision. No declarations, no threats. Just cold efficiency. The Council wasn't facing an enemy, it was facing Inevitability, Admiral Zaro watched in horror as her fleet crumbled. Her officers trembled. No pride, only fear. She ordered a retreat, but found no escape. Mines, drones, stealth turrets blocked every exit. The first battle ended in silence, but the Council wouldn't accept defeat. Reinforcements were summoned. Their entire military might now. Mobilized. Earth intercepted every message. General Imani reviewed every plan. They're sending everything, she whispered. Good. This war would not be won with strength, but with precision. Earth moved again. Satellites shifted. Stealth drones repositioned. Automated turrets activated. The Council fleet advanced. A wall of steel and fire. They struck first, but Earth's defenses did not crumble. They responded with brutal clarity. Railguns tore through armor. Drones disrupted command ships. Turrets lit up space with plasma and light. The Council was stunned. These weren't random attacks. They were targeted, calculated, relentless. For every strategy the Council had, Earth had a counter. The battle shifted, the tide turned, and finally, silence. Zaro sat on her shattered bridge, eyes hollow. Her fleet destroyed. Her pride broken. And Earth still standing. Because humanity had done the impossible. They were underestimated. Once. Never again. Believed that under pressure, humanity would collapse. But Earth's forces changed their strategies with each countermeasure, taking advantage of every error the Council made. As the Zaro admiral looked on, her fleet faltered. Her annoyance increased with every passing second. She issued directives to reorganize and apply more pressure, but the humans anticipated every step, intercepting and dismantling the Council with relentlessly effective force. As the Council's flagship advanced, a shockwave hit its left flank. A human missile with disruptor technology pierced its defenses. Control panels overloaded. Flashing alarms blared as the bridge shut down. The Admiral's calm turned to icy rage, her crystalline eyes narrowing. She had never seen an adversary like this, one that fought with guile and precision rather than brute force. Then she saw it, an impossibility. A single unmarked human craft, cloaked in layers of stealth, was rushing toward her ship. The Admiral ordered fire, but targeting arrays failed. Earth's electronic warfare drones scrambled every signal. The Ghost ship pushed forward, nearly invisible. A wave of EMPs launched by the craft overloaded the remaining shields. The Admiral clenched her teeth, trying to regain control, but it was too late. Earth rail weapons fired in unison, tearing into the flagship. The Admiral watched in horror as her once proud vessel drifted among the wreckage. General Imani and her team watched from Earth as the Council's symbol of power crumbled. The Council's retreat was inevitable, not from brute force, but from overwhelming strategy. Humanity had proved it would not be subdued. Imani ordered a ceasefire. The Council ships withdrew, shaken. A message had been delivered. Earth was not a stepping stone, but a power in its own right. Back on Earth, silence followed victory. Soldiers returned to hidden bases, cloaked once more in the silence of space, but now, under the authority of a united humanity, the Council would return, more dangerous, more desperate, but for now they had been repelled. Humanity had done the unthinkable. Not just survived, but stood against the oldest power in the galaxy, and won. News spread like wildfire across star systems and distant colonies. Species who once accepted Council supremacy now questioned everything. In the Council chambers, Zaro Adil spoke. They battle with unconventional strategies. They adapt faster than we can respond. Her voice carried warning, but was met with disdain. The Zix representative sneered. Control must be reasserted. Humanity's defiance must be erased. Plans were made for a quieter war, infiltration, sabotage, divide and conquer. General Imani saw it coming. Earth doubled its intelligence efforts. Agents tracked whispers, intercepted threats. Supply disruptions, sabotage, whispered mutiny. Still, humanity endured. Colonies sent messages of unity. Resistance grew stronger. Council agents failed. Earth's strength was forged through unity. Attempts to divide only made the people stronger. Sabotage revealed spies. Systems were restored. The Council's oldest strategies failed. Imani stood firm, her message clear. They won't break us with weapons. They'll try to break our unity, but we won't let them. With every deception, humanity grew more resilient. Engineers, scientists, and strategists adapted. Every failed sabotage added a layer of strength. The Council launched one final effort, an invasion targeting Earth's command centers. But the operatives were discovered, tracked, and stopped before they could act. The Council's last gambit failed. General Imani read the final reports. Humanity had not just endured, they had resisted destruction, deception, and psychological warfare. Their greatest strength was not their weapons, but their will. The Council summoned its final fleet. A grand armada, every remaining ship, every weapon. Imani saw the satellite images. An endless wall of steel approaching Earth, but Earth was ready. No longer reacting, now planning, now defending. She addressed her commanders. We don't need to match them ship for ship. We use their strength against them. We divide, isolate, and destroy. Every drone, every satellite. Every pilot knew their task. Earth sent decoys into the Council's formation, lured them deeper, exposed them to orbital cannons. Railguns fired. Chaos erupted. Council ships faltered. Earth's pilots struck with brutal precision. Then came the most daring maneuver. Stealth ships infiltrated the core. Council command vessels were targeted and destroyed. Their fleet fell apart. Formations collapsed. Coordination failed. The Council flagship, once the symbol of dominance, stood alone. The Zaral Admiral, shaken, looked out at the remnants of her power. Her voice was hollow. You deserve this place, she muttered. But Earth did not cheer. They watched in silence, proud, unbroken. General Imani saw the last Council ships retreat. Earth had done the impossible, defied extinction, claimed their place among the stars.